Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Another gear review on my favorite new line of low-cost blades, Condor tool and knife. This is the Kukri Machete. Though I don't know if I'd call this a machete. Can it be used as a machete? Of course it can. But the thickness of this is a big knife or a short sword, in my opinion. So, make what you will of that, but I've owned plenty of machetes. This is not a machete. A machete, you can flex the blade. This is not a flexible blade at all. Stats on this thing. It is a 13-inch blade here. It's 18.5 inches overall. One of the websites I saw listed as an 1/8-inch thickness of the blade. But measuring it myself and looking at the actual Condor website, it was 3/16 of an inch, which is still massive. That's stout. That ain't no machete, in my opinion. Now, weighs in at 1.51 pounds. It's 1075 high carbon steel, like the rest of the Condor line. I think that's all Condor line that I can tell, but maybe not. But anyway, high carbon, so it's good edge and all that, so all the good stuff of that. Very reasonably priced. The blade here, the knife itself, slash machete, slash sword, or whatever you want to call it, will run you anywhere between $20 to $25 for the knife itself. You're going to pay a good bit more for the sheath. We're going to talk about the sheath here in a minute, but love the sheaths. Total price of the sheath with the blade, yeah, $37, $38. I would definitely go ahead and buy the sheath, in my opinion. Now, putting that aside, could you just buy this and keep it around the house? Homestead, the farm, all that? Of course you could. That's fine. But I like the sheath. I like being able to store this thing on my hip effectively and easily and draw it. We'll talk about that after a while. Let's see. Other stats on this blade. It is, of course, full tang. As you can see there, along with, like the rest of the Condor line. It's got what they call the Eye of the Condor there. I think that's just there for looks and aesthetics. But could you use that for nail pulling and all that? Of course you could. Maybe not the biggest nails in the world, and I don't know if I'd use it for that, but you can get the edge of this under there for your larger size nail heads and all that. Could you pry that up? Could you use it for something like that? Sure you could. I probably wouldn't, personally. These are made in El Salvador. Imicasa, I believe, makes them. Nice blade. This does not have the Condor etching on the back of the spine here like they did on the Golok machete. That's not a big deal. I just kind of like the Condor on the back of that. Just thought it was nice. So, anyway, whatever. The rest of stats about this comes very sharp. I don't know if you can hear that at all. But very sharp. Have not sharpened this at all. Nice shiny edge, as I'm sure the camera is hopefully picking up. Gives a nice little sheen, glow to it. Guatemalan walnut, like the rest of their wood handles. Not as pretty as your standard American walnut, but just as durable and handy. Now this one is a lot prettier than my Golok machete. I don't know if I lucked out. Don't know if I just got a bad run on the Golok. Not that Golok's bad, but this is a lot prettier. So let me pull this in here close to see that. Nice striping. Let the camera focus there. Very nice striping. Very nice on this side as well. Little rough. Not a whole lot, but a little rough. Rough up here. Rough on there on the upper edge. And rough on the back side slightly. Not real bad. That can be finished up very nicely with some sandpaper and a little linseed oil or whatever type of oil you like. 3 brass pins hold this thing in place. I don't know if I like the lanyard hole on this. It is, of course, brass lined, which I love a lot. You know how much I like my lanyard holes if you've watched my videos. But this one is not particularly practical compared to the Golok. I'll show you the Golok in comparison here in a minute. But I've got average size hands. But when you're gripping this thing, it's going to cover up this side, and your pinky is going to pretty much land on this side. So I don't know if I necessarily want to keep a lanyard on this one. Just because I think it's going to be more uncomfortable in my grip. Now you got smaller hands, that's not going to be a problem. Not going to be a major issue, but That's just not the best placing, in my opinion. Then you got the forward swell up here to keep your hand from coming up over the blade, and you got the swell here on the back so that you can get it for chopping, to keep it from falling out of your hand and all that. So you probably do not need this lanyard hole, but it's there if you need it. That's okay. Just not as well placed as I'd like. I'd like it farther back, but with the swell and the way this blade is made, I guess I can understand that. So, whatever. Again, this thing, the blade itself is going to run you 20, 25, 37 or so with the sheath if you look around. Now, here's the sheath. Very thick, very nice black leather. Very sturdy. It's going to do what you need it to. Now, because this is a kukri style machete, if that's what you want to call it, they don't have the sheath that you can just draw straight out of, which I wish you did. I wish it was more like the Go Lock for that. So this has 2 snaps on it here, which you can obviously see. You're going to snap that up to pull the blade out. Good thing about this, you've got this little swivel belt loop. So it's on your belt. You swivel it up. You snap the snaps off, and you pull the blade. So that's going to be good. Condor tool and knife, little emblem embossed there, and Condor emblem on this side of the blade. If you see that right there. Now, I've not seen that on the rest of my Condor blades, the bigger ones that I've got, but that's a nice little addition. Not absolutely necessary, but good. Love the sheath, like I like the rest of my Condor tool and knife sheaths. Ultra durable. Made in El Salvador. I believe it's made by Imicasa. Great stuff. Just can't say enough things about it. Like I said, 1075, high carbon. Great stuff. Now, let's compare this to the Go Lock. Here's my Go Lock, which I love. Love this. Absolutely love this blade. I think this is my favorite of the larger Condor style blades. Well, let's see if I can line this up with the camera there. Get the, it's about right. Obviously longer here on the Go Lock, but again, the Go Lock is different. It's got the swept blade here for not chopping, but for slashing and clearing brush, that type of stuff. I think this is probably a better general purpose blade in my opinion across the board. Again, I like this. I like where the lanyard hole here is. I love this. I just love the Go Lock. Do I like the Kukri as well? Of course I do. Who wouldn't love this? This is gorgeous. Black epoxy coat on both. Is this little eye of the Condor going to weaken the blade? Slightly, but with something as big as this, probably not a big deal. Again, this is a chopper. This is meant for chopping. This is probably better for self-defense in my opinion. Personal preferences may vary and differ. Running about the same price overall, you know, $20 to $40 across the board, depending on if you just get the blade for $20 to $25 with the sheath. It's going to run you, you know, like I said, $35 to $40 with the sheaths. Sheaths are great. So here's the image of the two. Make your personal preference. Both are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. What can I say? Both are fantastic. Let me put the sheath back here so you can see it. There you have it. I think I paid 36 bucks for this overall, not including shipping and all that. This is going to get the job done. This is as sharp as any bigger size blade I've got other than some swords. This is going to kick butt and take names. You can do whatever in the world you want with this. Again, don't like the lanyard particularly, but I like the swells of the Guatemalan walnut, and I love the look of this Guatemalan walnut a lot better than that on the Go Lock. So, personal preference, whichever one you like. Depends on what you need. But, tremendous blade. Again, just for the blade, 21 bucks. Cannot say enough good things about that. That is just ridiculously cheap. I know Condor's got a lot of neat stuff coming out this year that I'm almost certainly going to have to pick up. Going to do reviews on that when I get the chance. But just another one I highly appreciate. Love that. Indie Prepper out.